Well, good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer Sanchez. You are watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat Show. We are on a little later than usual, and it's all right. We had some technical difficulties, but we'll make it short and sweet and fun and all that fun stuff. Um, I am your host, Jennifer Sanchez, and I am the founder of the Women's Institute of Self Development Efficacy, WISE for short. And this show is to highlight amazing women from our community, highlight women that are also very active in our community, and bring on amazing guests. So this month, my co host is again returning Nara Diaz, who uh, is always a lot of fun when she comes on the show. So that's who I am. Nara, can you share who you are?
Hi, everybody. My name is Nara Diaz. I am part of, is it cohort 3? I think I'm an alumni. I'm a WISE coaching group alumni, and I am newly married and I'm a new mom.
Yeah, she's a new mom, you guys. So she's going through the whole, sleeping and baby and all that fun stuff. So, but it gets easier as they get older, and then they'll be teenagers and then not even want to be near you. So, enjoy it while it's fun.
Right?
So let's go into our conversation. The whole purpose of our conversation, we like to, get a cup of coffee. We like to hang out with one another and have conversation over a great cup of coffee. And I'm a big believer that a lot of amazing conversations happen through social environments. Actually, now that I think about it, I read a book and I have it somewhere in my bookshelf where a lot of amazing ideas, a lot of business opportunities, a lot of partnerships happen through social events, you know, which is why, like the White House, they always have events, they have galas, they invite people from all over the world. And one of the things in the White House that they do, that I remember reading in the book, is they don't allow you to sit with the person that you came to the White House with in those galas. You
Mm,
have to sit with somebody totally new. So, a lot of times, I don't know if you guys ever heard of like creating contracts through napkins,
yeah.
but a lot of people do that in social settings. So, this is something, my way of kind of saying, okay, let's just get together, talk with coffee, have some fun, have people engage with us. Other people also can talk with us, and we'll show your comments on the air. So, Nara, share with us what you're drinking.
I just have instant coffee with some sugar-free pumpkin cheesecake syrup.
That sounds yummy.
It is. It is. It's probably not as good as your squash that you added last week.
Um, it was good. It was good, but I'm pretty
Was
sure
it?
yours is still good.
Yeah. I still can't believe that it's squash. I was so like today's years old when I found out it was squash and not pumpkin. And then when we went to pumpkin, I was like, it was such a trigger because I'm like, here's a pumpkin. Maybe I should just add this to the coffee.
Well, I after Mary told me, our last co-host told me that pumpkin cans or puree pumpkins really is squash. I went and started looking at the labels. I was like, it doesn't say anything about squash on these things. So I guess that's why it's controversial, right? Because they're saying that it's squash, but I don't see it on the label. So I'm like, I'm still gonna say this is pumpkin. Um, so I'm actually trying something different today. I'm drinking what's it called? French coffee, right? From the Keurig. But I was reading that people are starting to put lemon in their coffee.
Hmm.
Have you heard of this?
I used to do it.
You used to do it?
Yep.
So I it came about, it was like a Facebook reel, and I was like, it was a doctor kind of doing like one of those duels, and someone was put made their instant coffee, they put in their whatever it's called, the lemon, squeeze some lemon in it, and it's supposed to burn belly fat. and it's supposed to
Yeah.
help you detox and your digestive system. So I was like, all right, this is gonna go into our next
Did you
our.
do it? So you have lemon in your
I have
coffee?
lemon in my coffee. I did
And have
squirt
you
some
tasted it
lemon.
yet?
I'm tasting it right now. I can deal with the flavor. It's
Yeah.
not like this is not like the best coffee flavor ever, but I can deal with it. So, um it kind of might work for me because I've always, you know how everyone says drink your lemon and your hot water in the morning and
Mm-hmm.
blah blah blah. Well, I haven't created that as a habit for me personally yet, right? So, but I always want to do that. I try to remember, but I always forget. So I thought maybe this will force me to drink my lemon, but in my coffee instead. So, I,
Mm.
I drink coffee all the time. Coffee is like, no doubt, every day I drink coffee, whether it's I buy it or I put it in my little Keurig or I make it from, I actually brew it. I will drink coffee. So I'm gonna try this lemon thing. And I'll let you know how it goes next week because I'm gonna try to do it every day. If I can make it into a habit, I will stick to it. And I'll let you know if it kills belly fat. I'll let you know if it burns some belly fat because I haven't found enough research yet on it, but I'm gonna keep researching this.
I just lemon in general, whether you add it to your water, whether you add it to your coffee, it's like, whatever you add it to, it's gonna have the same effect.
So I know it's big on antioxidants, right? I know coffee has a lot of benefits in itself. Black though, right? Black coffee has a lot of positive benefits in
Yep.
itself. I
And it's
was
already a
just
detox.
Yeah. So putting it together, maybe it'll work. I'll let you know if it burns belly fat. I'm gonna measure my belly and see what happens. So let us know if you guys are watching. What are you drinking? And then what, Nara? I'm gonna ask you this: what wacky weight loss hacks have you tried in
I've
your?
tried them all. It's
y-
more like what haven't I tried? I still have like $300 worth of like injections at a medical weight loss. And then because I got pregnant, so I couldn't take them, and I still have that. I made him hold it for 2 years. I Weight Watchers, my Fitness Pal. I used to track points and my macros at the same time and weigh stuff out. I've done Beachbody, the little containers, keto, those nanos
Mm,
that you add. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're all over
nope.
Facebook.
I'm gonna Google
Um,
it.
yeah, keto nanos. It's supposed to like help your body get into ketosis.
Oh, okay.
And like I don't think it does. I just think it detoxes, but they're really expensive. They're like $200.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't. I know that they have like, what's the famous one that Beyonce was on that a lot of people talk about all the time? I
The
keep
vegan?
forgetting. No, she's. I'm not vegan. I know it's like a way of life vegan, but it was something else that a lot of girls were doing like 10, 15 years ago because she did it. It was like maple syrup, lemon. It was some type of concoction that all she would drink. Do you remember this? Does anyone remember this? Maybe they do, maybe they know. I just remember like I think even Saturday Night Live made like a joke around it. Like a lot of people were doing it. And like all she would do is for 3 days drink this drink, which is kind of intense and insane. So, this is one of
I've
those
heard
like, go ahead.
I've heard of the Met Gala or any big thing like celebrities. I've heard them admit that once they get to the event, it's the first time that they've ate in so many days. It's
Yeah.
really common for celebrities to go on like liquid diets before an event, like 3 or 4 days beforehand. I always lose weight when I go on liquid diet, but I can never sustain it.
Well, yeah, because it's liquid.
As soon as I start eating food, I gain weight and I just can't figure it out.
Yeah, one of those detox things. So I kind of thought like putting lemon, I know the benefits of lemon, I know the benefits of coffee. Putting it together, let's see. I know I feel like this is one of those wacky things again that people always come up with and like I won't ever forget for those that are watching, it's like a Mexican type weight loss thing. It's like eat Chihuahua cheese. Like it was like you have to eat Chihuahua cheese with one tortilla a day. Like what?
Oh yeah.
You heard of this?
Well, like that reminds me of like the pimp diet. Like if you ever chose up and you got with a pimp and you were too fat,
What?
like they would feed you, that's what they would feed you, like one thing of like saltine crackers or like a tortilla and cheese or like one piece of bread with like peanut butter on it. That's like the pimp diet. And
Okay.
then
I don't like the name
yes.
pimp diet. Let's call it Mexican diet. I don't want pimp diet.
And then have you ever heard of the adding the ghee to your coffee? Ghee butter
Ghee.
to your coffee? I've done
I
that.
I've heard of that. Not I didn't I thought it was regular butter because I saw them do it on Biggest Loser. One of the
Yep.
trainers was made, but I think they were trying to get them into ketosis. That's why they're putting butter
Yeah.
in their coffee, right?
Yep.
Or why do people do that?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's why,
it's
right?
to like help like burn weight, burn fat. I've done that. Um, yeah. Mike, just thinking. And then, so look, here's the thing. So I was like, because I started gaining weight, and I thought, oh, maybe it's because the baby is weaning and I'm eating too many calories. So let me go down in points. And I went down and then I was talking to my husband last night. I said, I've been gaining weight ever since the retreat. And remember that Friday on the way to the retreat is when I sent you that video and I said, I'm going vegan because the
Oh,
video was all the plastic in the feed.
yeah,
And I
I
told him, I
remember.
said, I refuse to eat this, blah, 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 blah. And so I started Googling, like, why am I not losing weight? And this weekend I got really, really sick. All of a sudden on Friday, I had people over. And then Friday, I was putting my baby to bed. So it was like 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, like 7 to 8 o'clock. And all of a sudden, something just like came over me. And I was just like, I slept basically until Sunday morning. And all
Oh
of a
wow.
sudden, I just like woke up and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm better. But I remember like I would wake up and like a Saturday night, I had a couple of, anyways. So I figured out that I think I'm pretty sure maybe perhaps my body is insulin resistant and I need meat because I
Mm.
realized I had been gaining weight since the retreat and all this other stuff. But that's when I had gone vegan.
So when you are you consuming like lentils and beans and things that have a lot of protein in them?
Yeah, beans, especially beans. My gosh, I've never ate so many beans in my life.
Well, yeah, I know that, and also B12. I know B12 is in coffee, but I know B12 is one of the things that like we need. The thing that is not in meat, like that vitamin B12. Or there, someone vegan here tell me, but I know it's one of the B's. That sounds terrible. That is
B6,
in meat that you
maybe.
cannot get outside of eating meat. So there's an actual vitamin like that. So I think it's B12. But I'm pretty sure someone that's vegan or anyone else that's vegetarian can mention it. Now, I want to remind, if you are in the Facebook group and you are commenting through the group, I see a couple people saying good morning. Make sure you click on the link because it doesn't show me who you are. There is a link in that group chat, restream.io. Just give it permission to show your name, so that we can see who you are, and be able to greet you and bring you on the show. So this is some good stuff. This is, and if you guys have done any wacky weight loss things, I mean, I just thought it was kind of funny because yesterday we were just kind of talking about, like, we made a joke. We were like, we have the running group, Um, and we were gathering. We had our coffee after our run because we run or walk for an hour, and then we get together and we do our thing. We were having a conversation, and it was not funny, but it was funny in the moments. Like people use like drugs to lose weight. I don't know
Yeah.
how we got into that, but it's like that is not something that we're recommending at all. But there are places that people do believe, like not in the United States, but I can talk about, like, let's say for example Mexico, where they're thinking like you can use heroin to lose weight. Like that is scary to me, right? So that's not even considered wacky, that's considered dangerous, right? So I
Yeah.
just wanted to share that if you guys heard of people doing like some real, like let me do some speed or some coke or crack to lose weight, because people have done that too, right? Those are one of those crazy weight loss thoughts or beliefs. So if anyone else has any like weird, wacky weight loss hacks, like I was shared, I've heard of the Chihuahua cheese. I know that there was that maple syrup detox drink that people have done in the past. Um, I can't even think. I know that I was big on, like at one point in my life, was aloe vera and water. I know it's good. I was doing the Herbalife thing years ago, years ago. Um, I'm not,
I
I
have
know a
to
lot of people
admit,
love
I
it. I'm
really
not gonna
like.
hate on it. Um,
Yeah.
go
I like
ahead.
those shakes from like the shake stops and stuff, because they have them all over Chicago. They're everywhere. And
Yeah, the
I don't
clubs,
like
they're
their
not cheap no more.
yeah, I like their teas, the hot teas. I think it's just because they have so many flavors, but it's really nice just to go get a hot tea because it's still cheaper than Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts.
Is it? Because
Their
um
teas, yeah.
okay, so when I used to go to those clubs when I first had my first daughter, so she's gonna be 14, I remember it was $3.
Wow.
$3. It was, you get $1 a shake, $1 a tea, $1 aloe vera. That was what it was before, when you would go to these health clubs. Now I have fresh news 24/7 saying my friend used to force herself to go poo in the toilet every day. She lost 80 kilograms. So I don't know how much kilograms is in pounds, but that sounds like a lot. Thank you for sharing fresh news 24/7. So yeah, going to the bathroom, making sure that you detox, you drink water. I know that I've done once. I grabbed a gallon. Okay, so I grabbed a gallon. I put my protein in it. Like I was like, how much protein do you need a day? Like here, I don't try this at home. I grabbed the gallon. I was like, how much protein do you need a day? I threw my protein in there. How much aloe vera? How much green tea should you have? How much? I just did this like concoction myself. I was just like, I'm going to combine all these things that you need to consume per day. Made sure I took vitamins, and I drank that gallon all day. Like I drank that gallon all day. So I probably looked like a nut. I was like in my mind, like trying to detox or trying to like get on something liquid. It worked. It worked for a couple days. It did do what it needed to do, but I did that. So um let's go on to our next topic. So just quickly, I know me and Nara were Beyonce fans, so I figured this makes sense to talk about her. uh the blood diamonds, right? I didn't realize, last night I saw the commercial that she partnered with Tiffany Company, right? And they did a commercial, and she's wearing this big beautiful yellow diamond. I'm talking about, I think it was 123 carats. It's huge.
Yeah, that other it's a Tiffany diamond. Like it's been worn by many celebrities, Lady Gaga, probably Julia Roberts, but it started with Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah,
It's a diamond in that famous picture of hers with the gloves on.
I saw that. I thought I read only 4 women have worn it, and she's the first
Oh,
black woman to wear it. I might be wrong.
no, I think you're more right than me. Maybe I'm thinking of a different diamond.
but it's still considered a blood diamond, which people have died. I think it was like excavated in 1874, some crazy year, a long time ago, and she wore it in a commercial. Well, why it's so controversial is because one, she's big on empowering, disenfranchised communities, black and brown communities. She's big on BLM, right?
Yeah.
So then she wears this Tiffany diamond, what I read, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like that is actually like the opposite of what she's trying to do in the community, because that represents colonization, that represents like, right, like people have died, it was in South Africa, people have to die to get that diamond, right? So
And minority people,
yeah,
black people.
yeah. So we wanted to share this, see what the thoughts what the thoughts were around that. And what I read in the article is that she's trying to appease, the wealthy by that commercial. She's not trying to attract, common, regular, like 9 to 5ers, mid class or working class or low class. Like the people that she's attracting is upper class, right? That's who cares about the Tiffany diamonds, 123 carats. I don't know. That's what I read. Any thoughts on that?
I didn't hear that. I heard that she's up in arms about it and she doesn't want it, but it's an ironclad contract. And she's
Mm.
really, really upset that, like her whole team, like they went through everything and they made it ironclad. And, they got when you get the Beyonce seal of approval in a contract, it's supposed to be like the best approval because she has such a big team, but her team researched everything but the diamond. And
Oh
so,
my.
like I was watching Hulu last night and it was on. It was the only commercial that was playing actually in because I like to watch 2020. So I was watching my 2020 last night and it was the only commercial that kept playing. I was like, wow, her team and Jay-Z's team, they weren't able to get that taken down. Nope. It's an ironclad contract and it's still playing and she is very upset about it. She's upset with her team because she doesn't want to be associated with that sort of
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yep,
Okay. I didn't know that. Wow. So we have fresh news 24/7. I hate to sound rude, but they died getting that diamond. Why wouldn't they want her to wear? I think they would be honored. Yeah. I
well, I don't
definitely.
think they care anymore because they're dead.
Yeah, yeah, well, for sure. Yeah. It's all around. I just thought let's just talk about it. There's really whoever wants to share their opinion, go for it. Whoever doesn't, it is what it is. I just thought it was interesting when I saw that, because my husband was the one that actually mentioned, like, isn't she in some controversy with the community, the black community? I was like, oh, I don't know. Let me research this. Um, so finally, I just wanted to share launching Reels on Facebook. So for those that, I don't know if anyone's taken advantage, but they launched the Reels on Facebook now. I actually read, and I haven't seen this, that they're gonna ban TikTok videos. Like, you're not gonna be allowed to share TikTok videos on Facebook no more, because that's kind of their competitor, right? Like, Instagram does Reels and they own Instagram, and Facebook now does Reels, so they're not gonna allow TikTokers. So Nara, you're a big TikToker.
Yeah, I am. I'm obsessed with it. So,
Mm.
I don't know. I just feel like so this is the thing with our generation, what happens on social media is that we follow each other on every single platform. And I know that the younger generation is really good at actually going out and like being on Twitter and being on TikTok and having it separate. And we're not. So we follow each other like everywhere. And I just knowing that I don't care to see see the same thing
Mm,
on Facebook. Like I want to keep it separate because of that. Because then why do I have if everything from Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok for our generation can be found on one social media, why do we have 20 social media accounts then? I understand for younger groups because they actually have different people, but our generation doesn't. So
mm,
if Facebook is going to continue to compete and going to continue to, have everything, like I have no interest in that. I want Facebook to stay Facebook. I want Instagram to stay Instagram, and I want them to all have their separate features.
that's a good point. I never thought of it that way. Let me show some comments real quick before we wrap up. There's a movie called Blood Diamond that came out that I saw a long time ago, but the death of so many, it's a shame that it's overlooked. Thank you for sharing that comment. Um, definitely. And then we have Fresh News 24/7. So, what's Facebook? You mean MySpace? MySpace. I have not used MySpace in like over 20 years. Um, Mary said Instagram already bans TikTok. I thought so. Um, so Fresh News saying, how will they know it's a TikTok video? So they'll know it's TikTok because TikTok videos put their logo on the video so you can see when it's a TikTok video. So overall, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm actually not mad at the fact that Facebook is doing this. I know that they want you to stay on Facebook as long as possible, and this is why they're doing it. So for me, I'm okay. I'm okay with it because I'm at the end of the day, like I can't even do Instagram Reels. Like my phone, I've updated it, I've like uninstalled it, I've reinstalled it. I can't, like my Instagram for business doesn't allow me to do Reels. I've changed the Instagram account to personal to business. Like I've messed with it so much and it just does not let me do Reels on Instagram. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna stick to TikTok. And now Facebook's doing this. So I'm like, maybe I'll just do Facebook Reels. But I kind of don't know. Maybe I'll just stick to I like keeping it separate, Nara. Like for me personally, like for me making my own reels, like let me keep it all in TikTok. And then if you want to see that side of me, go on TikTok type thing, right? So that's kind of something that I don't really share it on Facebook. All right. Well, I know that Nara, I wanted to close out. Do you have anything that you want to promote or share as we're closing out?
No, but I just want to promote for everybody to have a great.
Say that one more time. I didn't even hear you for some reason.
I want to promote that my hope is that everybody goes out into their week and have a great week.
Oh, nice. Yes, that's good. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nar, for being the co-host for the month. Thank you for everyone that was watching. And definitely we want to make sure that you know that you can definitely, go to our website, womenselfdevelopment.org. We have the free Facebook community, Wise Women Support Group. And then, of course, you follow us on our social media platforms, Women's Self Development. And thank you so much, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Be empowered. God bless. Bye bye.